Glyn Maud is a Zambian-born researcher conducting the first study ever made on Makgadikgadi's elusive brown hyenas. He started living here as a guide, leading groups of adventurers through one of the world's most remote areas.
My first year in the Makgadikgadi, I saw brown hyenas once, and that was after 11 months. I saw tracks, I saw scent marks, but I never actually saw the animal. And at the end of my time as a guide, it was just the most obvious step in the world to study the brown hyena, something I really wanted to do.
This proved to be a very difficult task. First, he had to find a suitable study subject, and then he had to collar the hyena. After a frustrating year, he finally collared one. A young male, which he named Bom, a bushman name. Bom is now a 2-year-old young adult who wanders the vast desert plains in search of food and water. By following Bom, Glyn has been unraveling the mysterious life of the brown hyenas. For the past year, Bom has been returning every few nights to his birthplace, leading Glyn to a den site now occupied by the next generation of cubs, his half-brothers and sisters, and Venus, their mother. This is the first and only den that Glyn has found, and he spends as much time as he can here, observing and documenting the family's activities.
It's remarkable to be able to be out here and to spend so much time with brown hyenas, considering how rare they are. There are probably less than 10,000 brown hyenas in existence, which is very low.
Bom spends more and more time away from the den. He's independent now, but his younger brothers are still very reliant on their mother, especially for food. She sleeps most of the day and joins her cubs in the late afternoon. At this young age, the cubs have already learnt the ritual of greeting others. They practice with their mother. Glyn makes a record of all the behavior he observes on a dictaphone.
They often greet each other by sniffing the other hyena's anal pouch. Scent is very, very important in the brown hyena world. They very rarely vocalize, and the easiest way to communicate with each other is by smell.
While Venus is out looking for food, a task that might take her the whole night and sometimes several days, the cubs remain at the den, which is actually a series of abandoned tunnels dug by an ant bear. The tunnels provide a safe hiding place for the cubs, big enough for them to squeeze through, but too narrow for large predators such as lions.
There are lion populations in the Makgadikgadi. The densities aren't high by comparison to non-desert ecosystems, but the lions are highly unpredictable, very aggressive in certain situations. When you do come across the lions, you can't be certain that they aren't going to charge you. That's one of the reasons I have this aluminium cage around the quad bike.